Happy Friday, everyone, and it's the final Friday of February. Interesting. I just literally thought of that just now. So let's get to my low, my high, my act of kindness. My low is I got here pretty late last night, but that's because I was watching Widows with my mom. I did a movies on Widows years ago. So, if you've never seen Widows, it's a good movie. It's a very good movie. I highly recommend it. He's got Viola Davis and Liam Neeson, Colin Farrell, those guys. And Robert Duvall too. Okay. So I got home late, but last night, family time obviously is my high, but I finally got my breakfast for dinner. I just posted on social media what we had. Believe it or not, one of the first things I bought for myself when I first started living on my own was a waffle maker. And I had used it, but to be perfectly honest, when it comes to making breakfast, I really am more of a, savory guy. Not that I won't have, because, I like waffles. I like donuts. I like pancakes. But, for me, if ever I have those things, and French toast too. If ever I have those things, I immediately gotta wash it down with milk, and I just guzzle milk like it's no one's business. I go through a lot of milk when it comes to breakfast like that. Not so much when it comes to, the greasy stuff like eggs and bacon and sausage and stuff. So, that's my process right there. Oh, and I don't think I've ever shared this either, but when it comes to eating eggs sunny side up, I actually don't break the yolk. And I'll tell you why. Because I like to keep the yolk completely intact, eat the entire yolk in my mouth at once, and just have it explode everywhere in my mouth. It's so good. It's so good. Oh man, it was so good last night. Topped with a little maple syrup and hot sauce. Oh, that's awesome. So that happened last night. And my act of kindness was I helped clean the kitchen for my mom a little bit because, she was watching my nephews all day and, I she didn't get an opportunity to do anything, so I did some of the cleaning around the house for her. So, all in all, it was a very nice day. Very nice day overall. A really late day, but a very nice day. And I actually just noticed this morning. I don't have as much of an urge to cough anymore. So, I'm really doing good. Did I already do Good Morning, Happy Friday? I don't remember. Okay, so, yesterday, we had an awesome episode of Hot Ones. And, LL Cool J was great. I think he handled himself pretty well. It's not like he legit gave up, not at all. It's just, he very much reacted appropriately to, the hotter hot sauces. Although I was a bit nervous because, even after the classic, he was starting to feel a little, what's he gonna do when he gets to the bomb? A lot of cursing, he said in that episode. A lot of cursing. It was funny though. And, sorry, that was my computer. I gotta be careful how much I open my mouth because, on both of the sides of my mouth, my lips are chapped. And if I open my mouth, it kind of reopens it. Oh, it sucks, I know. Okay, so, they talked about how LL Cool J, hosted all of his favorite Grammys moments or memories. He's hosted 5 times. He performed at the Grammys just recently. In some ways, you can make a case that the LL Cool J and the Grammys is about synonymous with someone like Billy Crystal and the Oscars. you know, arguably hosted the most, with Billy Crystal and the Oscars, which are actually March 12th in a few weeks, by the way. I just figured that. I just learned that last night. I mean, Billy Crystal's hosted the Oscars 9 times. LL Cool J's hosted the Grammys 5, I think. But he's also performed a lot there too, so yeah, the Grammys and LL Cool J are becoming pretty synonymous with each other. He talked about how he went to this one place called The Rink in New Jersey to build his craft. He talked about how on the set of like a movie he was working on, his leg almost got bitten off by a mechanical shark. Any fans of Randy Fellface are going to get what I just did there. I love watching Randy Fellface. Anyway, so, and it was the fourth wing where, I got my notes in front of me, where one of the major things that, the major interesting topics of the conversation regarding, you know, the interview itself, which was, Sean asked, is there any sort of difference between navigating, like, the music industry and Hollywood? And in a lot of ways, both of them are pretty similar, but the key is discipline. Thing is, believe it or not, for all the people who want successful careers in either music or acting or both, some people don't really strive for it enough. Basically, they don't fulfill their potential. And they think they're better than everybody else because of it. And I love these two things that LL Cool J said. He said, ego is not your amigo. I love that. I love that saying. He then also said that humility is a superpower. Because if you're not losing, you're not learning. I do believe he said that yesterday. He talked about how he met Rick Rubin in an NYU dorm room, which, first of all, I thought was funny, but okay, you know what? I have it's my video. I have the time to talk about a funny story about my introduction to Rick Rubin. I didn't know who Rick Rubin was until I was 23. And I first saw Rick Rubin in Eminem's Berserk video. Here's the kicker though. I thought that was ZZ Top. Funny, huh? Okay, let's see. He talked about in his opinion, was the first, like, big money show he ever did, which, well, first of all, he said, well, seriously, there were times, like, $300 was big money for me. But the first, like, big, like, check he ever got was for $50,000. And the first thing he did was he bought his mother a car. I've actually shared this before, but let's say I actually get like big money like that. Well, it'd be a lot more than $50,000, obviously, but if I ever got that much money, I'd be like, I would tell my brother and my sister-in-law that their kids are going to college. Straight up, I would totally do that. They would probably say no to it, but I'd be like, no, you're going to take this because your kids are going to college. Like, I would do that because, you know, I'm a cool uncle like that. Okay, there was some thought associations with rap tycoons. I forget what some of them are at the moment. What the GOAT ice cream flavor is. Actually, let me get back to the money thing real quick. After LL Cool J bought his mom a car, He then sort of divvied up the rest between him and his mom. And within a short period of time, the money he had was already gone. Meanwhile, it was, after he bought the car, he gave his mom like 10 grand and he kept the rest for himself. And within like a short time, the money was already gone. Meanwhile, his mom still had like 2 grand left. Basically, it's a learning experience, you know? You gotta be smart with money no matter how old you are. Which, I like to think I would. Well, again, I would make smart financial decisions with that amount of wealth. I know I would. I mean, admittedly, I would probably I've shared this dream many times in the past. But if I ever did like that, like a giant wealth of money, I really would throw a party that would consist of all my brothers from Trinity Pauling and the good people of Horseheads, as many as I could get. There's many that would want to come, obviously. I would invite them. At the end of the day, it's their decision whether or not any of them would like to come. But I would totally do that. It'd be awesome. Perhaps my wedding day will probably be that day. Yeah, I'm getting far too ahead of myself. Still gotta find my nephews and auntie, you know? Okay. So, back to the goat ice cream flavor. And it depends on mood. Because he mentioned Neapolitan, which for those of you who don't know, that's chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry, which is actually the Americanized version of Spumoni, which is chocolate, pistachio, and cherry. Or sometimes it's vanilla, chocolate, and pistachio. But of those 4 flavors, 3 of them are always used. And pistachio is always one of them. Okay, so it's either Neapolitan or cookies and cream. Both of those flavors I can totally get behind. I really haven't eaten much Neapolitan in my opinion. Although every time I think of Neapolitan ice cream, I think of that one clip from The Simpsons where there's where Homer has a whole bunch of Neapolitan ice cream quarts in the freezer. But he's like, chocolate. He opens all the chocolate. Go! He gets another one. Chocolate. Go! He gets another one. Chocolate. Go! Marge, we're out of chocolate, vanilla, strawberry. I'll get some at the store. Chocolate. That was great. I love that. But, LL Cool J. Love your ice cream decisions. Very nice. Okay, okay. What does pink cookies in a plastic bag getting crushed by buildings mean? That was a legitimate question that was asked yesterday. And then LL Cool J's like, you got me, man. I was high when I wrote it. That's funny, but, kids, don't do drugs. Do not do drugs. Okay? Look at me. I'm clean and sober. I've done, as of now, 1,881 daily videos. Okay? I've never done drugs. I'm clean. Okay? You can do it too. You know, listen, I know that some people do take drugs legitimately for medical reasons or, maybe just do it recreationally. Well, look, I'm not endorsing drugs in any way, but if you are going to use it recreationally, please be smart and safe. Seriously. However much you bought for, a miniature bag of weed, depending on where you are, could be worth a lot of years of life in jail. Wait, listen, I don't know the parameters of it. Just be careful. Listen, you should never do drugs, ever. Like, if you are going to do it, be smart. Use moderation. You know, if you're going out drinking, just have like 1, maybe 2 drinks. That's usually what I do. I mean, to be honest, that's because drinks aren't free. And then he ended it with his love letter to hip hop, which I thought was really sweet. Yeah, this was a fun episode. This is a really fun episode. I don't know what to say, man. I mean, LL Cool J, he's not gonna watch this at all. But on the slim chance that he is, may I still say you are still the man. You never were not the man, but you definitely prove you are still the man. I never doubted you. The good folks over at Howland's at First Week Feast, thank you for another episode. It's very good. And yeah, that's about all I got. Hope all these videos, if you did, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on social media. As always, I'm very humble to make this video for all of you guys watching Short for Name. Hopefully you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Friday. And remember, for the you guys want to talk, the channel is going to be here to lend you. Also, everybody take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.